Florida State is just a week and a half away. Mark Rogers TV talking Alabama football with Stephen M. Smith. You can join him on Touchdown Alabama and also, of course, join him on his new show. It's called The Way It Is, Fox 97.9 there in Florence and Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Stephen, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing fantastic. And Mark, next week, we got some football this week, but next week, that's the real action.
I was just telling Steve before we started to record here that next Wednesday we have to really give some analysis and some scouting reports on those Florida State Seminoles and really break down this game, which is the highlight of Week 1 in college football. Despite some other premier matchups, this is the one. And then also the SEC. We're going to have to give that a review and bring you our SEC forecast for 2017. But right now, Alabama, as the number one team in college football, looking to shore up the offensive front in front of Jalen Hurts and company. And there's a couple freshmen who are vying for a position, Stephen.
There are, and the two in question, Alex Netherwood, and Jedrick Wills. Both guys were on the ESPN 300 upon both of them coming to Alabama. And the 2017 signing class, Jedrick Wills from Kentucky, Alex Netherwood from Florida. You know, both guys 6'5", 6'6", 300-plus pounds, tremendous footwork, great ability, hand technique, can do a lot. And Nick Saban mentioned during the first scrimmage or after the first scrimmage how both guys can potentially really help this team. Leatherwood right now, second team left tackle behind Jonah Williams. Jedrick Wills, second team right tackle behind Matt Womack. Now, do I think that Wills and Leatherwood supplant Williams and Womack for the starting jobs? Of course not, but it does work well for depth purposes. But just sticking to Jedrick Wills for a moment, I understand that in his recruitment, he did not want to play at an offensive guard position. He told a lot of reporters when he comes to Alabama, he is sold on playing offensive tackle. But Lester Cotton, the young man from Central High School, which is 4 blocks behind the University of Alabama, entering his senior year, if I'm not mistaken, senior year with the Crimson Tide, despite the ceiling and the potential that Lester Cotton has, he picked up some weight in the offseason and looked a bit sluggish moving out of the box upon the snap of the ball during a couple of fall practices. Can he get the weight down and regain that speed is going to be a huge factor. Now, so far in practice, we haven't seen signs of Lester Cotton being moved from that first team right guard spot. He's been there this entire camp, but as I mentioned, has put on some weight. It's been a struggle for him moving out the box, moving upon the snap of the ball. If he can get that weight down, good. If he cannot, then Jedrick Wills possibly can really be somebody that can play in that offensive guard spot at right guard. Once again, in his recruitment, does not want to play guard, wants to be an offensive tackle, but under Nick Saban and position coach on the offensive line, Brent Key, you have to be able to play where the team needs you most at. Right now, everybody hoping Lester Cotton can continue holding down that spot at right guard, but it will be interesting as camp ends this week, going into next week where the Florida State game plan comes in.
Rarely does a team bring back all 5 starting offensive linemen. Rarely does a team make it through an entire season starting 5 offensive linemen. There are typically 7, at least 7, 8, 9 players that need to contribute along the offensive front due to injuries and chemistry issues and guys that just flat out get beat early in the season and prove that they're not capable of stepping up to the challenge and need to be replaced. And we see that each and every year, even among the elite programs in college football, and Alabama looking to a couple freshmen to battle it out. So there's always an unknown. And right now it's that slot right there, Stephen. But do you feel comfortable about the offensive line overall?
I really do. You bring up 3 returning starters, Rosh Pierce-Baker at left guard, Jonah Williams going from right tackle to left tackle, and Bradley Bozeman at center. These three guys know what to do. Bradley Bozeman in particular, his second full season starting at center. Jonah Williams did a great job last year. The California native at right tackle, really protecting the front side of Jalen Hurts now. He gets a chance to go over to left tackle and protect the backside of Jalen Hurts. And then Rosh Pierschbaker has been a mainstay at that left guard position. So all three of those guys know their job. They know what they're supposed to do. They block well. They set up the run game. I'm very happy with those three. I think Matt Womack and Lester Cotton can do wonders on the right side of the ball at right guard and right tackle. But just in particular, Lester Cotton at right guard, can he get healthy and get the speed back in his legs? That's going to be a pivotal factor for him.